This is week 24. We took a couple weeks off. I don't remember what happened. We're gonna do it live. We'll figure it out. Last time, y'all went to a castle. You were looking for the Leadbuster lads, and you had been tipped off that they were at this location. The specific castle out in the forest, which I feel like I could find the name of if I were smart.
It's Mulder Castle, I believe.
Thank you, Mulder Castle. That sounds correct. So you went to Mulder Castle. One of the many small, like, old warlord castles in the region. These many old warlords that dotted the landscape around here that all took a tiny slice of land for themselves and had a tiny personal castle. All of them are now pretty much ruins because bigger powers came and took over and all the warlords just kind of faded into history. But the ruins remain, and the Leadbuster lads were currently squatting there as their primary headquarters, basically. You found out a couple things while you were here. You found out that they led some monsters of some kind out of this place. You fought through some panthers, some gargoyles and slimes and all sorts of nastiness. And you so far have killed one of the Leadbuster lads, I believe, by throwing him off one of the walls. Does that sound correct, or did someone just... No, Nocti killed him, I think, right? Did Nocti... Yeah, Nocti yote him off the wall, off the cliff, down over the river, and to his death about 50 feet below. So one of the Leadbuster lads is dead. Yes. Nocti what, sorry?
Nocti featuring gratuitous violence.
Yes, gratuitous violence from the little wind cat, Nocti. And I believe that's pretty much where we left off. There's still the main building of the castle, which is, only like maybe a 20, 30 foot by 30 foot little box. Not a terribly large place. There might be like an extra floor inside, if it's divided with a loft or something, but not a very large building. And Ogden heard some chatter. You did kill the sludge monster, yep. And Ogden heard some chatter going on inside, and you were told by one of the gargoyle that was here previously that somebody who lives in there, one of the Leadbuster lads, I don't think you got his name, has been messing with strange dark magic, all sorts of fucked up shit. Some of them are summoning things, some of them are raising things. It can't be good. But, somebody is still in there. They're probably barricaded up in there, having heard all that noise outside. But that's up to you, how you want to handle that. If we want to take time to try and patch up some wounds, that's a possibility. Although, with somebody inside who probably knows you're there, that may or may not give them an advantage. It's up to you how you want to handle it. And so I will turn the thing over to you. What are you all doing?
I mean, it looks like we're all doing decent as long as we don't have any surprises.
Pretty true.
Did we not have any spell slots left?
I don't. Well, I have one focus point left, which I can use to cast one of my powerful spells.
All right, I'm gonna drink a healing potion. Hell yeah.
I can also drink one if we're going to continue onward. Looks like I have one spell slot left.
Yeah, I would say we might want to continue.
I think, yeah, we were going to try and intimidate the remaining guy into telling us what was going on.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
All right, who do we want to do the talking?
Are you intimidating? Are you more intimidating than I am?
I'm not super intimidating, but I'm good at lying and diplomacy.
Jib is very scary.
how scary do I think Jin is?
Probably a +6.
Okay.
Pretty scary.
Mhm, mhm. Um,
Don't forget to refill your focus pool. Or not your focus pool, hero point pool.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Yes, 2 hero points for everybody. Oh, up to 2.
um, I could do the talking if that's all right.
Sounds good. I'll stay out here and guard the entrance. Depending on how long it takes, I'll sit here and meditate, and if I can, I'll get rid of this cloud of ash. If not, we'll just have to deal with it.
All right.
I'm just pacing a little bit so I don't create difficult terrain.
Spreading the ashes around. All right. So you've got a bit of a plan then. Are you going to wait for Ashay to meditate, or are you going to just kick down the door and hope to intimidate the guy in the meantime? What's the plan?
So, I have a question for you.
Huh?
I don't know if this is stupid, but I have a feat called Lengthy Diversion.
Okay.
Can that be used in tangent with the Hat of Disguise?
Potentially. It does say for likely diversion that you need to critically succeed on creative diversion. So you're going to need to be lucky, but it's a possibility.
You've got 2 hero points.
Because I could try to disguise myself as the guy.
As the Leadbuster lad?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, you've got the hat, right? So you could totally the hat itself, the hat of disguise, lets you cast illusory disguise. Roughly similar height within 6 inches.
Oh, was he a dwarf?
He was a dwarf,
Never mind then.
so that you might
could-
not quite be able to shrink. You could be a
You
very
could crouch
tall,
aggressively.
yes, or you could be a very tall Leadbuster lad who got stretched out.
Hmm.
The illusory
Yeah.
disguise spell also mentions the disguise is typically good enough to hide their identity, but not to impersonate a specific individual. I think you need a higher level spell to imitate somebody specific.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so it's got to read the spell. So,
Also,
are you going to spend the 10 minutes waiting for Shay to meditate, or what's the plan here?
I think. Is it 10 minutes? I thought it. One sec.
To refocus?
Yeah.
The refocus is 10 minutes, yes.
Okay.
I thought that was only at level 2 of your stuff.
I am at level 2.
Oh, okay.
So basically, what refocusing does is it gives me another focus point for my focus pool, and will reduce my curse by 1 level.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna at least go up to the door and try to listen.
So
Okay.
I figured I would just sit here and meditate, and if this conversation happens to take 10 minutes,
Yeah,
great.
so
If
we can
not,
have you meditating, and then if it turns into combat, you can just interrupt that. That's fine. So Ogden's at the door. Is anyone else getting up to the door?
I'll come with Ogden up to the door.
I'll just
Alright.
stand beside them, behind them menacingly.
And I'll bring my
Uh,
cat.
So Ogden, give me a perception check then, if you're listening at the door specifically. Yeah, everyone else shuffling around behind you makes it really hard for you to hear, unfortunately.
Dang it.
What do you hear, Ogden?
I can hear your boots on the stones.
I'm a wizard. We aren't known for being sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's probably also heard everything, so he's probably being very quiet too.
Do I hear anything at the door?
You take a second to listen at the door, but as you all are having this conversation, the door opens. A skeleton stands at the door. He goes, "Argh." His teeth chatter a little bit, and then he swings at you. So while you were arguing in front of the door, no, you put yourself back where you were.
I accidentally hit the button.
It's okay. Oh no, hold on, give me a second. Foundry broke. There we go. Oh god, it's trying its best. Okay, we're gonna roll for initiative because, yeah. While you were waiting at the door, that is what happened. I'm gonna use Ogden's initiative roll from the perception.
Uh-oh.
Which I can just show you was a natural one. F in chat.
F.
Is that everybody in? Are we miss? I think we're missing a Ayla.
Yes, apologies.
No worries.
Perception check.
I'm
Bam.
just gonna go ahead and say now I will hold my action until I can tell that combat's begun.
I think in this case it actually kind of makes sense. So we'll start. You actually rolled highest. So you're meditating in the back, just trying to be calm, trying to calm the curse within you, all this stuff. Your allies up front start bickering about noise, and then you see the door start to open beside them, comically, while they don't even notice it. So you see the door opening as a split second before the skeletons in there stumble out. What are you doing?
All right, I am going to use one action for reach spell, and my other two actions for produce flame.
All right. Does that give you a range boost on your spell, basically?
Yeah,
cool.
it adds 30 feet, which means
Ooh.
produce flame has a 60-foot range, which I believe covers the whole area.
Yeah, that's very long. That'll go most of the way
Sniper
through the building.
fire.
Yeah, 60 feet is the square right in front of the back wall.
Very cool.
Ooh.
All right. So go ahead and target that skeleton.
Yep, that
well,
guy.
Yeah. That is a hit.
Look, can you make it public for me? Sorry.
Yes. Nice. Bam. The door barely opens and the skeleton brandishes his weapon at your allies who are out in the courtyard. And before they even see him, your fire darts past all of their faces in order to intercept that skeleton. So you all see this fire pass by, and that's how you enter the combat as well. Ayala, it's your turn.
Oh, hello. I'm gonna channel my elements. Boop. And as part of that, I think I would like to elemental blast one action melee at the one in front of me.
Boom, get him.
That's a miss.
It's a miss, yeah. And unfortunately, I forgot to narrate this before as well, but you can see that fire didn't appear to do very much to the skeleton, but it did do something. Just doesn't it?
Okay.
But yes, this was
Did
a miss.
I get the vibe that fire in particular, or is it just that these guys are a little tough?
I don't know if you could have told one way or another. Maybe with a recall knowledge check.
Okay, I don't have any actions for that.
Yeah, but maybe on another turn or something.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my second and third action to try out my new thing.
Aha!
So I'm gonna use 2 actions on lightning dash. Before that, I'm gonna.
One
Well,
second.
no, I'm just gonna.
So, just double checking. Activating your gate lets you apply something for free, and you did the elemental blast as the free thing? Is that how that?
Yes.
Okay, double checking how kineticist works. Thank you. Okay, yes, 2 action lightning dash.
And it's 30 feet in one direction, which will put me in the back corner.
Oh, so you're going through the door. Okay.
Oh. Yeet. And they have to make a DC 20 basic reflex save.
Ah, okay. Pass and a pass. So they still look half
Alright.
damage.
Half damage is 11 damage rounded down.
Oh yeah, I've got a button for it.
Okay.
Boom! Boom! Oh, whoop. Why did that not... Oh, can you untarget that one?
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, it still doesn't want to let it... That's fine, I can do it manually. You absolutely destroy both of the skeletons as you dash through them, and they just explode into bone piles on the floor. I don't know why they didn't... Here, what if I do this? There we go. Skulls! And you see, now that you're inside, these tables that have corpses on them, and it looks like the corpses were burst open, and this is where the skeletons climbed up out of onto this table here. And you can also see somebody in the back corner over here, a dwarf in like robes, like very dark robes with a hood over his head, and you can just see like his nose and a beard poking out from the hood, kind of cowering with a staff, and he sees you enter, and he kind of points the staff at you like, and that's the end of your turn, right?
Quiet. I'm gonna float 15 feet over here
Ah, right,
because
the impulse thing.
of my junction.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Can I also yell outside? He's on the right side of the door.
Sure. You yell
Excellent.
outside, and then it's this guy's turn. He's going to see you rush into the room. I am a powerful mage. And
Hey,
he
so am I.
will. Yes. He is going to. He is going to magic missile. Pew, 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 pew. The many darts come flying out, and he's going to just hit you with those. Actually, he only cast it at first level, so he will do 1 dart, 3 darts for 3 actions. So I'll roll those real quick. Boom. Spend his full turn sending darts for a total of 10 damage to you. 10 force damage.
All right.
Pew, 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 pew. As many darts come flying out. So the rest of you see those purple darts of energy fly across the door from right to left. And now it's Chip's turn.
Hey.
You can't do that, goes gorilla stance.
Hell yeah. He tries to hold out his staff in defense against you, and then watches as you get larger and just has to angle his staff up higher and higher to keep up with you. Oh, goodness.
Why is it not working? Hold on, let me reload my character too.
Yeah, sure.
It did not like being popped out. Okay.
Ah, interesting.
Why is it not letting me apply the?
What are you trying to apply?
Usually it lets me like apply the stance and then. Oh, I know why. I'm doing it from the wrong. It's been a while since this lit.
Ah, okay. Cool. Yes, and I see stance was applied. Okay, cool.
And now I am going to flurry.
All right. That is a miss. He blocks you with his staff just barely and deflects your fist to the side. But he did not see your other fist coming. That's a hit.
All right.
I got you. Can't touch me. Bam! Right in the face. Ooh, nice.
12 damage, and now that I have stunning fist. If either strike hits and deals damage, the target must succeed at a fortitude save against my class DC.
All right. So yeah, when you target the same creature with 2 strikes, which you did, okay. All right, fortitude save. Bam. What's your class DC? He rolled a 15.
Where do I see that?
I think. You know, I don't know where it is on this sheet.
Spellcasters, do you know where your DCs are?
Mine says it in the ability that uses it.
If you look in proficiencies, it should be on the bottom, your class DC.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
20.
Okay, so that is a failure. So what does that do on a failure?
So he gets stunned 1.
Okay, stunned 1. Excellent. Boom. So he's going to lose 1 action. Very cool, very cool.
And that is my turn.
So he blocks the first one, kind of deflecting your blow to the side. Like, ha, you can't. Bam, you hit him right in the face, and he reels back like, ah, my nose, oh fuck. And he's very stunned by that. So Ogden, you're up.
Bitch.
All right, I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna slashy slash
All right.
or attempt to. That's a 22.
That is a hit.
That is 16 damage.
Oh my god. You guys are just gonna kill this guy before you even ask him questions.
I mean, his friend wasn't too friendly.
He gets this big slash in him, and he's starting to bleed everywhere.
And I guess I'm gonna. Oh, that's a miss.
I am a master of undeath. You will not end me here. Shay, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to cast message on him.
Okay.
And, well, can I use message kind of as like an in your head echo?
It does say they're transferred directly to the ears of the target. I'll go by the words of the spell.
All right. Then I will just yell. If you surrender, we will ask you questions and let you have your life.
Okay. You could give me an intimidate or diplomacy check as an action if you want to hit him with that.
Did she have advantage considering the damage that Ogden and I just did?
Not advantage, but that was a good check. I will say, based on that check, that would be a fail, but you do have hero points if you want to spend them, or you can just leave that one as is. That's your choice. He does have a pretty
I'll
high
spend
will
a hero
DC.
point on that.
All right, see if you can get a little higher. Ah, there you go. Fine. Fine. It's not his turn yet, so he can't do anything about it, but he appears to have agreed.
Alright, let's see. I'm going to cast shield just in case something goes wrong.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I am going to stride a little bit forward.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. So you stride up a little bit. You convince this guy to put down his weapons. Ayla, it's your turn.
I will walk over here in front of the door, so that I can be seen. And can I make a demoralize attempt?
Sure.
Okay, I'll say, you really don't want to fight us, and attempt to intimidate.
Hell yeah. Ooh. On a crit, I believe that's 2 afraid he gets. 2 frightened levels. Yeah, no. No, I don't, of course.
And then how does holding an action work?
You would spend 2 actions to hold an action for a reaction, basically.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna have Nocti move to cut off even more escape,
All right.
and then I'll pass.
All right, so it's his turn. He spends an action putting his staff gently down on the ground. He holds his hands up over his head, just like kind of behind his head, like, all right, look, this is not a problem. Yes, we can talk. Jib or Ogden, would either of you fight him, or are you gonna accept the surrender?
I would accept the surrender.
I will also accept
All right, so we'll
tentatively.
end the encounter there. So he's like kneeling on the ground with his hands behind his head, like, all right. So, what are we talking about? I'll have you know, this is just for my convenience. I am a master on death, and I would not be taken out here, but it's much easier this way, just to talk. We don't need to fight. Clearly looking around nervously.
I'm pretty sure we'd figure out a way to kill you even if you did come back.
I'll break your nose again.
Ken? Huh. It's fine. I can take a broken nose. I'm a very tough lad. The Leadbuster lads were tough.
Well, then I guess you can call us the Nosebuster lads.
Can I hit him again?
I
He starts looking down at his staff on the ground.
only hit him if he picks up his staff or tries to run.
Fine.
Alright, I'm going to sit in the stone area near the sewer area and actually start meditating while you guys interrogate
Okay.
him.
So you sent some sniper fire into the room, and then you're just like, okay, good enough. Resting time. Love it.
Well, I heard them talking, so it's like,
Yes.
okay,
Fair
they're not
enough.
fighting. They can handle this. I need to get rid of the cloud of ash.
Yes.
And in the meantime, since I'm meditating, I have created a circle of difficult terrain around me because I am spending more than one turn in the same area.
It's true. So you'll have a big blob of ash in the courtyard.
So if he should decide to run and manage to make it out, he will have a hard time because it's difficult terrain between one door and the next.
Like that. That's the difficult terrain.
Yep.
All right. So he's in there. He's on the floor. He's like, "So what do you want to talk about, huh?"
How about you tell us about what you all are doing here? And I'll motion around at the skeletons on the floor.
I am a master of undeath. That is what I'm doing here. Practicing my mastery. And you saw my formidable skeleton army, of course.
I mean, they kind of fell over to a slight breeze. I don't know how to tell you this.
I'll make more. It was practice. It was nothing crazy, you know.
And what's this about hellhounds and burning down the Otari flume? I've heard you have something to do with that.
And also the farms.
Yeah, the fiery things. That's all Hargit. That's not me. I'm Margaret, by the way.
Is Hargert the one who left earlier?
A while ago, yes. Yeah, a few hours ago.
What was he planning on doing?
I don't know if I should say that. Also,
I think
you should
know say
know
that.
I don't feel very good. There's something wrong.
Does it look like there's something wrong?
Can you give me a medicine check? You're looking for something wrong with him?
Blind?
Yes. Nope, looks fine. He might just be trying to throw you off guard. Okay, listen, no, I can't tell you. I shouldn't tell you that, no.
I think you should tell us. And I'm gonna menacingly conjure a little orb of electricity in my hand.
I'm just gonna go gorilla stance and just bulk up and just let that sit there.
So whoever of you has the higher intimidate skill can roll this, and the other
Plus
person can assist.
You roll.
So, both of you roll because you need to see if the assist is successful, and that'll give a +1 or a +2 on a crit. That will give a +1.
Okay.
All right. And is this blind or public?
This I guess is blind.
Okay.
I think you're trying to get something out of him. See if you're successfully intimidating him or not. All right. Okay. We don't need to. Listen, I'm a master of undeath. We all know this. I would be fine. Even if you kill me, I'll rise again. It'll be no problem. But that said, it's inconvenient. So it's okay. I'll give you a little bit of information. Just, as a show of good faith that we don't have to fight. He looks at the crackling electricity and Jim's massive hands. Yeah, we don't have to fight. Listen, they went to Inkelholt's lumber camp. It's not very far from here. It's only a few miles, but they were leading a few minions. I believe they were going to conjure more when they arrived. So they likely haven't struck quite yet.
So they plan on burning down the lumber camp?
Oh yes, absolutely. To ashes.
Hmm.
Why is that?
Uh, why would we do anything? Of course. It's because we got paid for it. That's what
And
we do.
who is it?
Who is the
The one
lumber
paying
camp?
you.
Oh, my employer. Yes, of course. Well, Hargett does most of the dealings with them, of course. He just helps fund my undead army, and I provide him with soldiers, of course. But as far as I understand it, they're called the Kortos Consortium.
Have I heard of this group? I have
Give
Lore
me a
Underworld.
Society or Underworld works. Yeah, Lore Underworld would
Heck yeah.
actually have a lower DC. This is a blind check.
Blind.
Okay. So you know that you have heard of this group before. The Kortos Consortium is a powerful powerful lumber company. There's the words. They have all sorts of power over this region. They are like the Amazon of lumber in this region, right? And they're trying to buy out all the little guys or force them out of business so that they can have more monopoly over the lumber in the region, basically. So they're the big bad, like big lumber company. Corpany? I combined corp and company. Company in the region. A lot of other little places break off from them, and actually, now that you think about it, that's where you've heard the name Inkelholtz as well. Inkelholtz was one of the companies, like a subsidiary of the Kortos Consortium, but they broke off like a while ago, and apparently the Kortos Consortium did not like that, judging by the fact that they apparently hired these guys to go and do some dirty business there. So that's what you know.
All right.
And do you tell everyone this, or
A summarized version, yes.
Oh, that's who
So-
they are. I see. Interesting.
so? Why is a lumber company paying you to burn down farms?
Oh, I don't know. That's their business. They pay us to do the work. We do the work.
Well, clearly they get more money if they don't have any competition.
listen, Hargett's the one that picks the targets. I just provide some backup. That's how it works. But yeah, basically, we figure the less competition in general in the area, the better. We have to tell people that the Leadbuster lads are around and that, the Kortos Consortium means business. Otherwise, what's the point?
So what you're saying is we should have a go have a friendly chat with your brother.
Yeah, friendly chat. Tell him Morgrim sent you there, of course, and, have a friendly conversation. No reason to fight, all that.
I think you misunderstood the way I said the word friendly.
Well, we're having a friendly chat right now, aren't we? I am a master of social deductions as well as undeath. Speaking of, I still don't. Something. I don't feel very good. He's starting to get very pale.
Hey Ashay, can you come check this guy out?
Yeah. You can remove the sphere of difficult terrain. It no longer exists.
Mm-hmm.
Where is your army?
My army of the undead. You handily defeated them.
Okay. So would that be a medicine check?
That's not an
Um,
army.
Well, they had arms, didn't they? Also, yeah, medicine check if you're trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He's starting to sweat heavily. You look him over, and I mean, he doesn't. He's got the wounds that you guys have dealt to him, and he's still kind of bleeding and like kind of clutching at a few places. He's clearly in need of medical attention, but I mean, you're not sure what else. Like, you look around to check, did anyone poison their blades or anything? This guy looks like he's going through something rough, and it is violently progressing, but it doesn't appear related to any of the weapons you've used. So you're not sure what's going
Can
on.
I cast detect magic real quick?
Sure.
And while that's
detect magic.
happening, I would ask if he cast any spells on himself.
Well, you immediately discern that there is magic in the region with detect magic. I think that's all it tells you at this point. But yes, there is magic nearby.
I learn the rank or level of the most powerful magical effect the spell detects.
Because you heightened it. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, no. I don't have access to third level spells. Never mind.
Okay, so you know there's magic nearby. And I'll assume you automatically ignored all of your allies' items. So yeah, there is
Yes.
magic nearby that is not your team's. Yes, of course I cast spells on myself. I need to protect myself, enchantments and such. You know how mages work.
Did you do any magic to like swear yourself to secrecy or something?
No? Why would I restrict myself in such a way?
Can I use sense
Yeah.
motive?
He vomits all over the floor. Oh god. Yeah, go ahead and sense motive is fine. He gets up and he's kind of like shaking. Like his hands are like really violently shaking. He's kind of like not really holding himself together very well. Yeah, you can tell this guy does not seem to be the smartest in the world. I mean, he doesn't really seem to be, he's got some knowledge of magic and he's good at that stuff, but he's not perhaps the most wise. And it seems that he truly did not consider like swearing himself to secrecy or anything like that. He just wants to do his dark magic.
Well, he shouldn't be doing it on himself.
Do you know what's wrong with you?
No, this has never happened before. Like, he's really shivering.
Did you consume blood or anything?
Gross, no.
Are you gonna die?
I am a master of undeath. That is not possible. Even if I did die, I would. And then his neck snaps. And his body goes limp. And then his arms lift up into the air. And his flesh starts to peel away as the skeleton inside him climbs out.
What the fuck? He did die.
And we're going to enter combat again.
It's kind of rude.
And so he is dead.
He is dead. Yes, the skeleton inside him climbed the fuck out. So everybody roll, I think, perception for this. Unless, Shay used sense motive last, so that still would be perception. I can just apply your most recent roll, actually. That works.
Wow, I think that's the same as the one I rolled for initiative last time.
Yeah, nat 20 both times.
Go back, Nocti. Can't believe this guy just joined
yes,
the skeleton army prematurely.
I know, right? So, Ashay, you see this guy, the skeleton climbing out of this dude, and, you get a chance to act before the skeleton is finished freeing itself. What do you do?
I am going to stride right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to cast Cry of Destruction.
Ah. This is slamming it into that corner.
Yep. DC 19 basic fortitude save.
All right. That is a fail. It takes full damage. Sheesh.
Can you make that public? I forgot that it's private from earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
I feel like there's
okay.
got to be a way to like hold down a hotkey or something, but we'll need to figure that out. At some
It
point.
used to have an option for it, but then it updated, and
Weird.
I don't know what to do with it now.
Well, out of all the damage types skeletons are resistant to, Sonic is notably one of them. They are not. And so you rattle these bones out into the wall and immediately one-shot the skeleton to end the encounter.
Okay, well, now I need to meditate again.
The ashes rise up again around you. And everybody can take
on your bedside, Shay.
70
I feel
XP for all of that combined.
How much?
7-0.
Okay, so that should be 117 if I did my math right.
That's what I've done.
have. I feel like it's funny because we're all blinded right now, and Ashay is just going to walk away, and it's like, did you just rip this guy's corpse out of his body?
Yeah, the second the skeleton starts coming out of this body, Ashay just yells at him, and his skeleton flies against the wall. Super menacing.
Can I make a check to be intimidated by a Shay?
You can make a will save. Yeah, that's what those are for. Shay, what's your intimidate DC? Well, let's use your class DC actually. Which is
My
probably
class
like
DC
20.
is 19.
19. All right, so you're both absolutely intimidated. Yeah. You'd probably
If
just
you
go
do
I'm
so
sick of Shay.
yeah.
Can you do that again?
If I do it again, I will not be able to use magic for the rest of the day aside from the little stuff.
I'll save it for next time.
In the meantime, we should probably get going.
Did we attempt to check his skin for any papers or anything?
Sure. You give me a perception check.
Well, I'll step out of the way so that I don't interfere with that.
Yes.
Is that blind? Yeah, probably blind. I'm just gonna make it blind anyways.
Yeah. So you actually do find a piece of paper that appears to be a letter that he perhaps was reading earlier and then just stuffed in a pocket. It is not signed. It has no return address or anything like that. It's just addressed to the Leadbuster lads. And the letter basically vaguely says that the Leadbuster lads are stepping into business they would be smart to avoid. Yeah. And it indicates that the Leadbuster lads should not be using monsters that rightfully owe allegiance to the mother of monsters, and that they're interfering with things they should not be interfering with. And yeah, very intimidating letter. The prose is very like culty, almost like he's telling them like they're intruding on someone else's like cult turf, basically.
I would hand it to Ayla and be like, "Hey, this looks up your alley."
If he's read the letter out loud, would I use occultism or religion to see if I know what the mother of monsters is?
I think religion. Wow. I'm just gonna reveal this one, but Ashay just keeps cranking out the nat 20s tonight. So you would know that the mother of monsters is Lamashtu, and has a cult named the Cult of Lamashtu. Lamashtu was originally a demon lord, but managed to ascend to godhood and essentially is responsible for monsters in general. So that's like the basic rundown on Lamashtu, and it's a very, very bad thing to be hearing about potentially in the area.
All right. I will share that information.
Do we think that could have anything to do with what was it, the Star Hands?
Maybe. I mean, they did have a lot of influence.
And there were also undead.
We're gonna have to look into this, I think.
And I would probably also check their bedrolls and anything else that's in here for stuff. But there's not much, so.
Yeah, it's otherwise pretty empty in here.
I would probably also scuff a little bit of the symbol in the middle of the room, and it's like, that doesn't look good.
Would you want to just check the castle in general, though? Just like a quick perception check from everybody?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to head straight to the lumber camp because time is important?
No, if there was like nothing in here, once I searched through him, I would be good to go.
All right, it's up to you. What does everyone else think?
It
I'm
could be
hanging out in the courtyard.
it could be worth a quick search.
All right, I have the best perception.
So we'll say you spend a few minutes searching, and that gives Shay time to meditate as well. So give me that perception
I'm gonna
check.
guard Shay while she meditates.
Sounds good. Do you get a bunch of ash in your face? Ogden, you search around this place, and you eventually find out in the courtyard in that fountain. Maybe you have to shuffle Shay away just slightly so you can see into the fountain better. There is a there is a little rusted box that kind of blended in. It almost looks like just another brick on the ground under the fountain. You pull that out, and it's very like slippery and slimy because that's what the slime was. But it's not locked; it was just hidden. So you pop open the top of it, and you find inside a piece of parchment that names the bearer as the owner of Maunder Castle, Maunder Bridge, and all appurtenances thereto. It is a deed to this property. So that could present some kind of opportunity if you want to actually take this place as your own. It also has a silver signet ring with a large ruby in it. The ring's band is inscribed with the words Lord Maunder and is probably worth quite a lot of money.
Then I roll a crafting check.
Absolutely.
And that is a blind.
You think a ring like this, if you were to sell it, would probably be worth at least 50 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay. I guess I will take the piece of paper and the ring.
Yes, and there's one more thing in there. There is a bolt, like a bolt for a crossbow, that is wrapped with a very fine twine. And it appears to have managed to sit in this slimy box without issue. Although I guess if it was inside the box, that would be normal. But yes, so there's a crossbow bolt wrapped with twine.
And I roll a crafting check on that too.
Sure.
Crafting check. Crafting check.
All right, so you identify this as a climbing bolt, It can be fired into a surface, and the rope will be automatically unfurled 50 feet down. And with an interact action and a successful athletics check, you can retrieve it and reuse it.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, so I will add that to your inventory. Okay, so that's what you find in the 10 minutes you spend looking around here.
Did you put it all in my inventory?
If you want to add custom items to other things, you can. The deed to Monder Castle and the signet ring of Lord Monder would be the 2 items, I guess. But I don't actually have real transferable Pathfinder items for them.
Okay, I'll put it in treasure.
Yeah, that works.
Create item. Feed.
So, while that's being worked on, is everyone headed to the lumber camp? Did you want to discuss the things you found first? What's the plan?
Walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
All right.
I like this plan.
So you start walking towards Inkleholt's lumber camp. It's not far. It's just, and in fact, since Ayla knew about the Inkleholt's family before, she probably also knows where that location is. So it's just a few miles away, so it's a pretty easy distance to walk, and you can talk for a few minutes on your way. What are you all saying?
So what should we do when we get there? I don't have it in me to fight hellhounds right now.
We could probably just tell him that his brother exploded and to stop what he's doing. I mean, he's bound to
Yeah.
listen to reason, right?
I mean, I guess if we lead with your necromancer brother turned himself into an undead skeleton, he might.
I mean, did he turn himself into an undead skeleton, or did like the scary cult turn him into an undead skeleton?
You know, I'm not sure.
You could give me a religion check, maybe, if you want to think about that a little deeper.
Sure, I'll try. Blind?
I will also try this.
Does the note still have magic on it?
Yeah,
The
if I
note
have
from the
to-
cults did not come up in the detect magic, no.
Oh.
So, Ayala, yeah, you saw the bodies when you entered the room. His body looked exactly the same as the bodies that were in the room, like with the way the skeletons kind of climbed out. You imagine he was practicing necromancy spells and trying to make himself immortal, and unfortunately, he did not have a very high quality necromancy spell to use on himself.
I mean, skeletons are kind of immortal, right? They don't need food or water, probably.
They're undying, but I don't think they're immortal. Case in point, he screamed him to death.
Yeah, that makes sense. I say, still afraid that I'll get screamed into a wall to death.
Hey, there's a reason I don't use that when you guys group up on enemies. But if we are ever faced with a wave of things, I might open with that in the future. Generally, Ogden's faster on the draw, though.
Not today.
Sometimes it's like that. You did have to deal with killing 2 large cats before we got into this.
I think it was the gargoyle that was more of an issue for me.
Jordan,
Yes.
question about the reach spell thing.
Yes.
So it says it makes touch range spells now have a range of 30 feet. Does that mean I could place that 15-foot cone 30 feet away from me?
I don't think so, but let me double check that spell. Cry of Destruction. Let me see. Well, it doesn't have a range of touch that I can see anywhere, so I don't think so. And then, let's see. Go back to the feet. So it has to be a
Okay.
spell that has a range, not an area. And this one has an area, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Some spells have both a
That's-
range and an area, and you could extend the range part, but this one just doesn't even have a range part, so.
Yeah, that would be like Ashen Wind, which would now have a
yes.
150-foot range.
Yes,
and a
so you could
10-foot
drop.
burst area.
Yeah, so you could
Ashen
drop that
Wind
10-foot
or-
burst.
Ashayan Wind.
Hey yo.
Hey, no.
I'm sorry.
So, you guys are approaching the lumber camp at this point. You can see in the distance, it's not too big. You know, it looks like maybe one single cabin that's used as, you would probably guess, a combination of storage and a place to sleep. You can see that there's like a campfire or something going, because you can see like the smoke going up into the sky. Not a terribly large one, not like a bonfire or anything, just a little spot to maybe do some cooking. As you get closer, you see a few more tents that are much smaller than the main building, and large piles of logs that have been put to the side, ready to be transported back. And the roads here are deeply rutted with like wagon tracks, basically, through the region, as the wagons would pick up these heavy logs that would sink into the mud as the mules would carry them back to the nearest part of the flume so they could be brought back to Otari. And you can see as you approach there, there are a number of workers here. And there is the foreman in charge notices you all approaching. He's a slightly pudgy, pretty tired-looking human. His hair's kind of scruffy, and he's covered in like mud and maybe a little bit of soot in a few parts of him. But he's got like, I'm gonna say he's a lumberjack. He's got like a flannel on. He's got like a plaid flannel. He's got a big axe like over one shoulder, and he's kind of looking around everywhere as you approach. Seems a little nervous. Hello. What brings you to our camp, huh?
Is Mr. Ingleholtz around?
That would be me.
Alright. Wanted to give you warning that the Leadbuster lads have a contract to interfere with their business and could be arriving sometime in the near future.
Oh, they've been interfering, all right. You said they're coming soon, though? Hey, boys! Get some axes! Shouts, and everybody stops what they're doing and starts picking up their tree felling axes. Not like, weapon battle axes or anything, but it'll do the job. Oh, we've been meaning to get some payback. It's good.
Alright, so it'll just be one brother, but he's brought some hellhounds.
Great. Hellhounds, yeah, that's what they're called. It's been going on about a week. There's been this some of our sites have been getting a hit. Just spots we've been scouting. Yes.
We were tasked with protecting the flume, so we took care of that and then tried tracking them down.
Bastard's been hitting the flumes lately, huh?
Trying to.
Those things, they're called hellhounds, you said? Those dogs full of fire?
Yeah.
Ah.
And I guess the other thing you should know, The person who's given the contract to the Leadbuster lads is the Quartos Consortium.
He slams his axe into the ground and just spits on the ground. God damn it! And he kicks his axe out of the ground and goes and picks it up. In Cortos again.
Just figured you should know what you're up against.
Ah, of course. This is why we left them in the first place. There's nothing ever too low for them. They'll stoop to any measure. Not an honest working folk among them. Not one. Alright, well, we'll send these Leadbuster lads, you said they were called? We'll send them packing. Thank you. You wanna stick around, help us kick some ass?
Yeah, we're a little tapped from having fought off the other two, but definitely will lend some firepower.
Alright. Appreciate it. Listen, they've been doing a lot of hit and run lately, and it's just been normal. Like a lot of those big dogs, there were little things too, like rats. Rats with red fur. Weird looking things. They seemed kind of fiery too, but they're not nearly as bad as the hellhounds. What would those be? Hell rats?
Can I use recall knowledge?
Sure. That would
that
be. I mean, you can call something out and see if it applies.
Arcana or
Yeah,
occultism?
that kind of works.
Religion? Okay.
Yeah, maybe hell rats.
Sounds as good as anything.
Right, so hell rats. Keep an eye out for those two. Annoying little fuckers.
All right.
All right, so and then he's about to say something, but you hear interrupted from off behind him. One of the other lumberjacks shouts out, just like, "Hey, boss, we got him over here! Come on!" And everybody starts cheering and swinging their axes through the air as they rush off down the road, a different road than the road you came from. And I'm going to bring us to the map as those boys go running off in that direction, and this foreman who is with you goes running off that way as well. But you all hear behind you a snickering. They always run off at the first provocation. It's so easy every time. I hear you've been messing with my brothers. I'll bring us to the map. As you can see, up in the northeastern corner of the map is another dwarf in some armor. And then coming from the southwest of the map, where the foreman and his men ran off to, a few rats have escaped the fight and are running up towards you. But they're all currently locked in a big skirmish of a bunch of different hellhounds and rats and things.
Were we told there was one brother or two brothers here?
I don't know that you were told anything about that. You may have inferred some things, but...
Oh, I thought we asked the guy.
You did hear that there were 4 brothers total, but I don't think anyone specifically told you one way or another how many brothers came to this location.
Okay.
But with knowing there's 4 brothers, maybe the other 2 are here? There.
Joanna forgot his name, but I would say so-and-so, I presume.
Yes, Hargett. Yes, and you're all the ones who are messing with our business, huh?
Your brother said hi before he exploded into a skeleton, but...
Yes, my brothers. Most of them are dumbasses, but we can downscale a little bit. It'll be fine. You all should pay the price and die for what you've done, though, of course. And he just waves a hand, and the rats on the other side of the arena start running towards you. And we're going to enter initiative.
Oh, I shouldn't have my kinetic aura, because we walked away.
Oh, it's also been a couple
Ooh.
hours, so guidance gone?
A couple hours since the last combat, I'm not sure. It's been maybe a half hour?
Well, I had guidance cast on me when we were fighting the gargoyle.
Yeah, did you treat wounds after that? I don't remember. Maybe. We can say it's gone. That's fine. I don't want to track it right now. Okay. Yes. Everybody give me perception for your initiatives, because I didn't hear anyone call anything out else otherwise that they were doing.
Do you just want a perception check, or oh, there we go.
Initiative rolls, yeah.
Oh, hey, making up for those nat 20s.
Yes. Let's see. Do we have everybody in? Am I still missing somebody? Oh, Ogden. I have to
Ogden.
click yours separately. There we go. All right. Boom. One of the Cinderats, as I described, is going to spend its first action to just sprint. It's going to run. It's going to spend one action to get here. And then I guess we'll spend a second action to get here. And it's starting to get fumes on Ogden and Ayla. And then I'll take a strike against Ogden, since you're right at the front. That is a hit, 26.
Okay.
For 9 points of fire damage, and you gain some persistent fire. Actually, don't subtract that yet, because I think if I do this, it'll automatically apply the persistent. There we go. Perfect. So while you're in these fumes as well, when you start your turn there, you must make a fortitude save. And it is your turn, Ogden, so you start breathing in these noxious fumes. Give me that fortitude save. Okay, you're fine. You cough it up a little bit, but you shake it off and you're able to take your turn normally.
Okay. Since we were kind of coming here expecting a fight, would I have weapons drawn, or?
You probably drew your weapons when you saw the guy. I think that's fair.
Okay.
It's not like
Cool.
he surprised you. He monologued first.
All right. Awesome. So I'm gonna use. I'm gonna try out my twin feint against this.
Ooh, all right.
So it is. Oh, is it 2 action? Why is it not telling me?
I think Twin Fate is 2 action.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to target this rat. And I'm going to use my smoking sword for the first strike, which is a critical hit.
That is a critical hit, yes.
And that is 16 points of damage.
Boom.
That is such low damage.
You do notice as well that it appears the fire doesn't do much to this guy.
Kind of figured.
Yeah.
And then Spark Blade with my second, and it is off guard to this.
All right. Off guard. That is still a miss.
That is still a miss, and then I'm going to third strike, miss.
Still a miss. You just swing, swing, swing. First one really hit it hard, and it kind of shrieks and jumps back. But that's all you got for this turn. Jib, you're up.
Okay.
Is there anything I have to do for the persistent damage to try to get rid of it?
Yes, I can roll a recovery check for you, which you failed. There we go.
Jib is going to gorilla stance.
All right.
And we'll move over here.
All right. Give me a fortitude save when you enter the smoke around this thing. Also, totally forgot. Everybody inside the smoke is concealed, including the rat, which looks like it did apply automatically. Good.
Can I hero point that?
Yes.
Oh, that's bad.
There you go. So you cough away and shake off this sick feeling you get, and you're able to act normally.
Okay. I am going
Okay.
to flurry of blows.
All right, and I just want to double check something real quick to make sure we get the rules for concealment correct. when you go to attack a target that is concealed from you, you must roll a DC 5 flat check first. Yes, DC 5 flat check. So just roll a d20 and you want to get a 5 or higher.
Okay.
Alright, so now you can attack. And that has to happen every attack before the attack roll. A little annoying, but you know. That is a hit because of flanking.
Lovely.
Alright. Blam!
Ooh.
So you miss the second one due to the concealment. You just can't see through the smoke.
Okay. He needs to roll a fortitude save though from that first hit.
Ah, yes. Fortitude save. Against 20, that is a 22. He passes.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Alright. It is Hargrit's turn. Hargrit is going to... he is going to point at Ogden, who we saw get that really nasty hit earlier. And he is going to cast Fear. I think he needs to get a little closer first. Yes. So he's going to walk up a little bit. And then this should be within range. Yeah. He's going to target you with Fear, Ogden. So you need to make a will save.
Okay, so all right, and it
All right.
says when you roll a success at a will save against the fear effect, you get a critical success.
Ah, very cool. What's that from?
Bravery.
Bravery. Excellent. So that saved you from gaining the Frightened One condition, because a critical success is required to resist this. So,
And even
you are
if I
not-
did, in addition, anytime you gain the frightened condition, reduce its value by 1.
Oh, that's really strong. I like that. Okay, so he targeted the wrong person with that spell. So he's like, ha ha, points his finger at you, and then you just completely shrug it off and just give him a look.
I just kind of look over my shoulder.
Okay, next time. And then it is the other rats' turns. So they're gonna all run up. Now they have quite a bit of movement. They can get to Jib now. Jib's in range. So he's gonna run up to you, Jib. And he's gonna just make a strike attack against you with his jaws. Just a little nibble. That is a hit. 20 to hit. So I'm going to apply the damage for you because of the persistent thing. But it was 5 fire damage and 1d4 persistent fire as you have been lit on fire. He's
Do
going to
these
then...
also have to roll the DC 5 check?
Thank you. Yes, they do. I appreciate you calling that out. I rolled it an 18. I'm going to roll again for his next hit. A 15. So he is able to strike again. With a multi-attack penalty on, he misses. But Jib still did take some damage there. And has some persistent fire from fire just burning his clothes and stuff, basically. The other rat here can't quite get into... You know what? I think he is going to run up and flank. Which he actually, he goes up and around Jib, which is fine. Jib, you don't need to take that 5 damage. You're good.
Oh, sorry.
I applied it for you because of the persistent... Yeah. Okay, so... Let me strike with this thing's last attack. Jib, that is a hit thanks to flanking. So let me apply the damage to you again because more persistent fire damage. You are on fire even more, and you have taken quite a bit of fire damage, but that is all of the rat's turns. It is Ayla's turn. Ayla, Fortitude save instead of return.
Fortitude save. 17.
Would you like to hero point that? Because that is a failure.
I think I would.
All right.
23.
That is a success.
Heck yeah. Where do I want to go? Um, 5, 10, 15. Delete. Markers are hard. Okay, we'll do that. I'm gonna spend 1 action to make my kinetic aura.
Okay.
With channel elements, yes, good. I'm gonna use the free action to take a shot at the dude behind us, whose name I've already forgotten.
Hargret?
Yes, I have to roll above a 5 though first, right? Because I'm in the cloud of suffering.
Technically, he is not concealed. You are.
Ah, cool.
I believe that's how that works. Double checking.
Okay, well,
Yes, you are concealed. He is not.
okay. And
So
then
you zap zap misses.
I am gonna take 2 actions to lightning dash, but first I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15. And then I'm gonna line it up real carefully. 30 feet. Bam.
All right. Is that reflex save?
Go. Oh, I didn't click the button. Yes.
All right. First one passes. Second one does not.
All right. For 11 damage.
Oops. Can you untarget? Because it's trying to apply
sorry.
your damage to that guy. I think you have to untarget before rolling this, sadly, so I have to do it myself. But you need to start tracking that. Just a little quirk of Foundry, and this one takes full damage. All right. So you do zaps, and do you end up on the other side?
Yes. Ayla turns into a ball of lightning, zips through a bunch of things real quick, and then pops out on the other side. And that is all of my actions.
All right.
Why am I off guard?
Why are you off guard?
I don't know.
Shouldn't be, so there you go.
Thank you.
I believe Ogden wanted to retroactively do a reaction since I did the map in a confusing way and it wasn't clear that he had a reaction. So if you want to retroactively apply that reaction, you may.
Okay, so I do hit.
You are allowed to hit, yes.
Well, I assume because I'm not able
Yeah,
to
it
see
is.
as some...
Yes, it is concealed, so yeah. I was just clarifying you haven't hit yet. Now you've hit.
And that is 20 damage
Sheesh. Big hit.
as it just runs past me.
Yes. Wow. All right. And then, before Ashay's turn, actually, this guy over here rolled very low on his stealth, and so he is not very successful at being sneaky, as he tries to sneak around this tent and stumbles and trips and gets tangled in the tent. He's like, ah, shit, fucking god. Yeah. Anyways, that was his
Are
initiative.
you okay over there?
You call that out to him. He pulls out a hand crossbow and shoots you with it.
That's fair. I
He's
deserve
gonna
it.
step out from behind the tent like this, and then a strike. That is a hit. He does not get sneak attack because he was not successful at sneaking. Wouldn't you know it? But he still does 10 points of piercing damage to you.
All right.
And then he will spend his last action reloading his crossbow, and it is Ashay's turn.
All right. Let's see. I need to figure out what's going on here. Cool.
Jib is absolutely in the thick cloud of smoke right now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get out of there.
Pretty rough.
All right. One action to stride.
All right.
Let's see if I can do this. And I'm gonna do Cry of Destruction again.
Oh, can you hit both of them? It's a pretty good angle.
Can I?
I don't know. I don't know what the range of the spell is. You might be able
Does
to.
the
I just-
emanation have to be centered on me?
Uh,
Or the cone?
let's see. I'm not sure. I'm trying to find the rules on that.
Because here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that wouldn't hit a Hargrit though.
Okay.
So it might just not be enough range to hit both of them.
No, because right now I've only got 20 feet of movement, so
Okay.
I can't go any further.
So the first square of the cone must share an edge with your space, or must touch a corner of your space if you're aiming diagonally.
Wait, can I... How do I rotate this thing?
Hold shift and scroll. Or just scroll if you don't have it placed yet. So I think the way Pathfinder's set up is so that, yeah, you place it on your square and then rotate it from there. Yeah, sorry, to be more clear, I think the way Foundry is set up is like that. So you place it in the center of your square and then it automatically adjusts the way like that would be a valid diagonal cone, and so on. So you just place it right in your square. So I think you could do that, but that wouldn't hit both of them. So I think it's
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, you gotta hit one or the other.
I'll do... target.
All right. So he's got to make a Fortitude save. Blam. That is a success.
It's a basic save, so I think he...
Takes half damage, yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
And more ash.
Woo! Everybody gets concealment. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Cry of Destruction was 2 actions, yes, so back to the rats.
Yeah.
Back to the rats. Well, this rat here is surrounded by foes, so he is first going to... No, he's not smart enough to do that. He's just going to attack. He goes straight for you, Ogden, since you hit him so hard before. He's just going to spend all 3 actions to just go for it. He's got to roll the flat check, because you are concealed. He succeeds, but he misses you with the attack. Another flat check, he succeeds. He misses with the attack. Another flat check, he succeeds. He misses with the attack. So So you chomp, 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 but you just nimbly dodge out of the way, maybe like hopping from one foot to the other whenever he tries to chomp at one of your legs. And it is now your turn, Ogden. Give me a fortitude save for the smoke. Oh, and actually,
Yeah.
he should have ignored... These rats do ignore the concealed condition from its own smoke, so I should not be rolling that. But that's fine. They've passed them all anyways.
Oh, okay.
So, you save. You are not sickened. You may take your turn normally.
Cool. The persistent damage happens at the end of my turn?
Correct.
Okay. I'll deal with
It
that at
should-
the end of my turn then.
It should automatically apply.
I'm going to target this one in front of me, and I'm just going to do 3 attacks in succession, assuming it survives.
Okay. Miss.
That is a miss. Can I
You
hero
do
point
s-
that?
Well, you need to roll a flat check first, but then you can hero point it. Yes.
Oh, true.
You might need to hero point the... Oh, just barely. You do manage the flat check, so you can hero point the attack if you want to.
Alright, yeah, I'm going to... Haha!
That is a hit.
And that is 14 damage.
Bleh.
Alright, cool. And then I'm going to move. Is this difficult terrain?
No. You're fine.
Okay.
I'm just going to remove
I'm
it
gonna
from the
move
map.
over here. And then I'm going to attack this one at a
Yay!
multi-attack penalty with my other... Oh, that is a miss.
So close, but yes, that is a miss.
And I guess, can I use my last hero point?
Sure, if you got one left, that's fine with me.
Cool. That's a 16.
That is a
That
hit, just barely.
And that is 5 damage. Oh my gosh.
You do have to... I'm sorry to say this, you have to roll the flat check. Technically, we should have done that before the attack roll, but that's fine.
True.
Alright, so you do 5 points of damage. Bye.
Lowest
then-
amount.
Then it should automatically apply the damage. We'll roll the recovery check for you. You failed, so you're still on fire. Jib, it is your turn.
Okay.
Fortitude save, please.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Not 20. Alright, you're totally fine. Alright, you may take your turn.
I love how Jib and Ogden at basically half health are right around me at full health.
Pretty classic.
Okay, I think I can just barely get to where I want.
Ooh, alright.
We're just gonna move over here.
From one smoke into another.
Yep. And then he is going to attempt to grapple this man.
Ah, okay.
And he will use his assurance ability.
Oh, okay. So you get
So
to
you
roll
get to-
this 10 plus your proficiency bonus, but not your attribute bonus.
Oh, is that how that works? I don't
Yeah.
get my attribute.
Yeah, it's just the proficiency bonus.
Mm.
So it's really good
just
for
roll
avoiding multi-attack penalties, but otherwise it's pretty rough.
Okay, I will roll instead.
Alright. This is his fortitude DC, is that correct?
I believe so.
Grapple action, yes. Fortitude DC. Gotta roll high. Ooh, just high enough. You grapple
Yes.
this guy.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I did that because now I know that my assurance would not have worked.
Yes. It's really good if like you already attacked twice in a turn and your multi-attack penalty is -10 or something, then assurance does not take that penalty, but yeah. Otherwise it's kinda tricky.
That works out great, and I believe I have something that deals damage on a grapple, if I remember correctly.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
Crushing grab. Whenever I successfully grapple a creature, you deal damage equal to my strength, which is +4. So 4 damage for him from the grapple.
4 damage. Slowly.
And then I'll flurry.
Alright, so this will start with a multi-attack penalty because you grappled.
Correct.
Excellent. That's a hit.
Nice.
Hold on. I'm sorry. He is concealed by a Shay. Flat check first. So you roll a d20. Need a 5 or higher. See if you can...
Would I need to have rolled a d20 for the...
Probably,
grapple?
actually. Yeah, so roll 2d20. And we're going to see. Both of them need to be...
Ooh.
Okay,
I'll
so
hero
actually...
point that.
Okay, if you got a hero point left, absolutely. There you go. Okay, so you successfully grabbed him.
And then for this attack,
Yeah.
okay.
Alright, so you did hit him. Nice.
Ooh, good damage. And he needs to roll a fortitude save for stun.
Yes. He rolled a 21. He succeeded.
And then second strike.
Roll the d20 first.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Technically, the d20 should come first.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna miss that
Turns
second
over.
strike. Alright, but you grabbed him, you did a bunch of damage to him, and now it's his turn. You take 2 damage automatically. Foundry should have applied that for you. And the persistent damage is still ticking. You did not recover from it. Hargrit's turn. I'm gonna do something a little weird here. Does the grabbed condition prevent you from making manipulate actions? Yes, it has a DC 5 flat check when you attempt manipulate actions. He's going to do that. He succeeds. His manipulate action is he's going to cast Magic Weapon. Which... There we go. We'll apply a +1 to his dagger. And then he's going to try and break free from your... break free from your grab with that dagger's attack. So he needs to beat your athletics DC. He rolled a 31, so I believe he breaks free. Unless your athletics bonus is 20-something. So he breaks free, but that is his turn. He just casts a spell on his dagger and then uses that dagger to, like, pry your hands away from him, like, "Gah! Get your hands off me!" It's got his dagger ready to strike you, and now it's glowing with a magic aura. But you successfully prevented him from being able to attack with that grab, which is very nice. This rat down here is going to flank with its friend to get around to the other side of Ogden, and then it will attempt to attack Ogden twice. Boom! Natural 20.
So are there little emanation circles 1?
Yes. Technically, yeah, you shouldn't know that, but yes, they are. Anyways, Ogden, you took... I'm going to apply it automatically to you here. 24 points of fire damage. And even more persistent fire damage. Chomps onto you and just you erupt in flames. And then, you know, he's not done yet. He's got one more multi-attack hit. Multi-attack penalty 21 to hit? I think that's a hit, right?
It is my AC.
Sorry, Ogden. I believe this is going to suck for you really bad. Because you are now super on fire and down. Which means you will start to lose... you'll start to gain the dying condition on your turn automatically from the fire, I believe, is how that works.
I have 1 HP.
Oh, you do? Oh my god, you do. Oh, it went so low, I thought you went down. Okay, so you are still up by a miracle, but you are on fire and you are in
And the
imminent
other
danger
rat
of
can
passing out.
attack now.
The other rat can attack now. We'll see how it goes. This other rat is going to strike. 25 to hit. You are going down. So boom, you go down. You should have quite a lot of persistent fire on you now. I think you just keep the highest one, which is 2 times 1d4 from the crit. I think that's how that works, but it looks like that's what Foundry says, so excellent. It hits you, you go unconscious. I think the rat will stop there, and it will just charge at the next nearest creature, which is Nocti, and make another strike. 12 to hit Nocti, I believe, misses. It appears so.
That's a miss.
Ayla, it's your turn. And could you have Nocti make a fortitude save, please?
Of course. Oh, Nocti's less good at fortitude than I am.
All right. Nocti, unless you hero point it,
I'm not. No.
Nocti gains the sickened 1 condition,
Poor Nocti.
which will reduce all of Nocti's things by 1, basically, until Nocti vomits. But it is otherwise your turn, Ayla.
All right. I'm gonna have Nocti attack for my first action. So roll a d20. Nope.
Miss.
And
Yeah.
Nocti's gonna try and attack again. Yeah.
Nocti's allowed to try and hit.
Woo! 28 to hit.
Ooh. Nocti said, "Who cares about the sickness condition?" Nat 20. So yeah, absolutely.
12 rat damage.
Blam! Chomp.
Um. Let's see. So the rat is. I don't like this. And it's probably not possible to make a line that doesn't hit. It is!
Let's see. Ogden is unconscious, so you should also be... There we go. That's all. That's the thing that should apply. There we go.
Cool. I'm gonna lightning dash.
Alright.
And first I'm gonna move down here, and then zip.
Sheesh! Reflex
Lightning.
saves. Boom!
Oh, let me untarget. Oh,
Boom!
really?
Yeah, it has to be before you click the button, sadly.
Yep.
That's okay, though. One of them critically failed, the other one succeeded.
Okay. For 13 damage.
Alright. You're not going to believe this. 13 damage doubled to 26 is exactly the hit points remaining of the one that you hit with the critical fail. So this
Oh,
one
you'd love to see
fucking dies. And this one is going to take half damage. So 6 damage. Alright. I think that's all your actions, right? Or did you have one more?
I believe that's all.
Alright. Poor Omblin, who failed his stealth, is going to... not sure where to flank Jib so that you become off guard, which will help him with sneak attack. And he will attempt to do so. He's going to do a stab against Jib. So I should target first, because that is helpful. Boom! That is... Ooh, this is turning sour for you guys really quickly. A nat 20, or not a nat 20 actually, it was a critical by total over your armor. He actually rolled a nat 17, he's just that strong. So, he crits! He includes sneak attack damage here, includes the deadly d8. Jib, that is 24 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit.
Additionally, you remain specifically off guard. He has a feature, Unbalancing Blow. When he critically hits a target and deals damage, you remain off guard against him until the end of his next turn. So I'm just going to leave the off guard condition on you.
Damn.
He's then going to strike again with a multi-attack penalty.
Fuck.
He hits due to the off guard condition, but it's not a crit. He does 13 points of piercing damage, including the sneak attack damage. I don't think... Is sneak attack once per turn? I don't think so. Not in this game!
Holy shit, I wish it was. I go down.
It's just you have to be off guard, and then it does extra damage, it looks like. So that's a bunch of damage. So you are unconscious. You should... Oops. Were you after Ashay or before Ashay? I fucked up. I think you were after.
I don't recall.
It's fine. We'll leave you where you are. Actually, no.
Oh,
since
I was
he knocked you
definitely
unconscious.
Before Shay. I was like after Ogden. I rolled high and then.
Yeah.
Or, rather, I was before Ogden.
And since he knocked you unconscious, it should put you right before his turn, actually. Anyways,
Okay.
so we'll put you there. Which appears correct now. And you go unconscious. You gain all the associated conditions. It's not looking good for you guys. People are going down. Ashay, it is your turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. 2d20s. Okay, he did pass both flat checks. I hit you twice. You were concealed. I wanted to make sure I got that. Okay. Now it's Ashay's turn. Woo!
Alright, so who has what conditions?
I'm unconscious.
Both Ogden and Jib are unconscious and on fire. Ogden is more on fire, if that matters.
Okay. I don't have enough actions for this.
F.
So, if I do something that has an area of effect, would it affect unconscious creatures in the area as well, or just the conscious ones?
It depends on what the effect is. Some spells will say it affects all conscious creatures or whatever. What are you thinking of using?
Ashen Wind.
Ashen Wind. Each creature in the area, yeah, it doesn't have any kind of qualifier. It would just be anybody in the area.
Alright. Do ranged spells have any sort of negative effect, when I target somebody close?
Once again, it depends. Some spells will have a range increment, which means you cannot attack, or you take a penalty if you attack within that increment, basically. If it doesn't list anything like that and it just has a range, you be no penalty.
Fire Ray?
I don't see anything about the penalties. Nope, you're good. Something like a longbow, I think, for example, if I can bring that up, is a good example. It has a range of 100 feet, but a volley 30-foot tag, which means that if you try to attack within that range, you would take a penalty to your attack. But no, in this case, you don't have like a volley tag or anything, so you're good.
I'm casting Fire Ray on Hardgrit.
All right, get him. That is a hit. I
Oh wait,
is
I need
concealed.
to roll.
Yes. Is concealed from your ash. Alright, so that is a hit. Thank you for confirming.
It's not what I meant to do.
I figured. It's alright. Oh, 14 points. It's a good hit.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive. That does bring him near death, though. He winces back in pain. God damn it.
Yeah. Okay. And so if we were expecting battle, I've been kind of holding a healing potion in my hand since I don't use weapons. Can I say that I had that with me ahead of time?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I would say in the future, I think you can actually select it as held in one hand in Foundry, and then we just have it confirmed ahead of time.
Okay.
But I'll allow it retroactively this time. That's fine. Gonna do a bit of forced potion feeding.
Yep.
Splash a potion on Jib's head, just crash. Woo, that's a good chunk of
Jib
healing.
gets 20 points of healing.
Woo! Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Did not mean to target him. There we go.
That's fine. I did not apply it. Don't worry. All right. So Jib, you wake up. Things are still bad. You're wounded. You should have the wounded one condition. There we go. And you should still be prone from going unconscious, but otherwise you're fine. However, you still are on fire. We'll get to that later. I think that's your turn, Ishay?
Yes. Sorry for taking so long.
That's
that
okay.
Was a lot of tough choices.
It's a tense situation. I get it. It's a tense situation for Hargret as well, who has just barely wrenched himself free from Jib before his brother came in to completely stab Jib to almost death. For Hargret, getting his wits about him, he is going to run away. One action. Get up here, just getting out of that smoke. Like, no, you will not take me down today. And actually, I think he'll move more like here, which might give him some cover from the tent. Not a lot, but maybe a little bit of cover, because the tent's not solid. And then he will cast a 2-action heal on himself. And he heals for 25 hit points. And then it is Ogden's turn. Ogden, you are having a bad time.
Yeah.
I think you make a recovery check. Let me double check the dying rules. Okay, so you reduce your dying value by 1. So I guess you become just unconscious and not dying, is that correct? So you gain the wounded condition and you're unconscious but stable, I believe is what happens there.
Okay.
Then, unfortunately, you stabilize at 1 hit point, and then you're going to take fire damage at the end of your turn. So you're going to go right back down. And that is very bad, because now you are going to go to dying
2.
Yes, you're going to go to dying 2. Thank you.
And I'm gonna roll. Oh,
so let me hit the recovery check for you, or you can click the recovery check button now that it's public. So close. You needed a 15. Still on fire, still burning to death, but it just puts you back to unconscious and dying 2 instead of making your dying condition even worse. So all things considered, that was the best your turn could have gone, except for the fire going out. Not the worst your turn could have gone. And then it's the rat's turn. The rat is going to continue to attack Nocti. This time it has all 3 actions. That is a 29 to hit Nocti.
That is a crit, yeah.
Nocti takes 18 points of fire damage and 2d4 persistent
Ow.
fire. It attacks with a multi-attack penalty and natural 1. It misses. It attacks with the triple multi-attack penalty for a 16, which misses. Nocti is very on fire. Ayla, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step closer to Ogden. Actually, I'm gonna step to this side of Ogden.
Alright.
Okay. First, can I attempt to put the fire out?
Yes, I think. I'm trying to remember exactly how that works. I believe it's some kind of interact action. Hold on. I believe. Persistent damage. Here we go. Assisted recovery. So you can take steps to help yourself recover, or an ally can help you. This is an activity requiring 2 actions.
Okay.
So you could, yeah, if you want to describe an action that you think would help, you could spend 2 actions to roll a check and try to put out the fire. And you know what? I'll also throw this out there as well, just because this is important information. It actually, you'd be spending 2 actions to allow them to re-roll the check again, which might still be a failure. So it's a pretty heavy check. You could go for it, but it's not a guarantee.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to take out and then attempt to feed Ogden a healing potion.
Okay. Very good.
For 8 health.
Ogden goes up to wounded 2, but is otherwise woked.
Am I still unconscious?
You're not unconscious now. You should wake up from the healing, yeah.
How do I remove the blinded condition then?
If I remove unconscious from you, it'll remove it. There we go. Alright, and that is Ayla's turn. Jib, you are on fire, but you are on the ground, but you're awake.
I am Jim the Unbreakable. I never stay down.
He
Hell
gets
yeah.
back up.
1 action to stand up.
And then, no, fuck this guy who just stabbed me.
Yeah, get him.
Grapple.
Get his ass. Versus his Fortitude DC, that is a success. He's grabbed.
Flurry.
And he takes 4 points of damage, I think, right? And then, yes,
Correct.
a flurry.
Oh,
sorry.
concealment.
Thank you. I was about to say that. Oh, no!
So no grab.
No grab. Yep.
First attack will be allowed to be attempted.
Yes. Unlucky on the grab, though.
Does backswing trigger on grapple misses as well?
Sure. We'll say it has the attack trait. I think that makes sense.
Oof.
So a miss. Not allowed.
Damn.
Good try. You stood up, you took some swings, but it's just too hard to get hits in over this ash in your face. And then it's his turn. And you take 4 points of fire damage. I'm going to roll your recovery check for you. Oh, a 14 again. Such unfortunate luck. Just barely not enough. So you're still on fire. It's now Omblin's turn, and since you... actually, he didn't take any damage because you didn't grab him. You are still off guard from him because he crit you before. So he is going to just hit you again. It just makes sense here. But he rolled very low. It was a 13. He's going to try again with multi-attack. That is a 23 to hit, but it's not a crit.
Oh, he's got to roll for...
Thank you. Thank you.
see
I
another
appreciate
stuff.
that. Let me make sure he does succeed. So he's going to do normal damage. That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then... no, he's not that nimble. He's just going to attack again. It's lowest multi-attack penalty. Yeah, he misses. He just 3 stabs and only one of them connects. Does a bit of damage to you, but you're still standing. And then it's Shay's turn.
All right.
Also, I know we're a little late. How do you guys feel about just finishing this combat tonight? Is that fine with everybody?
Go, go, go.
I'm down.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna do 2 actions to get a rat friend.
Uh-huh. Okay, so was it 1 action to take it out, I think? Is that correct? Does that sound right?
I think so.
So 1 action to take it out, 2 actions to cast it. So you create a giant rat. You can choose which square near you want to place it in.
Can you put it on the other side of me?
Like right here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's my turn.
That's true. The giant rat does act on your turn, though, and it gets 2 actions. You have to spend an action to tell it what to do, though. Okay, so it actually doesn't get to do anything. Cool. On your next turn, you can command it, though. And now it's
Yeah.
Hargrit's turn.
It's another hit
Hargreaves?
point sink.
That's totally... yeah, that's reasonable. Hargrit is going to... to rush into combat. Actually, no, he's not. Wait a minute. He can... Oh, well, that was stupid. He's not that stupid. Okay. He's gonna rush into combat. He's not gonna do the stupid thing. He is going to... I could be so rude here. Yeah, no, he's smart. He's very smart. He's gonna do the rude thing. I'm sorry. He's gonna move up here. And then he's going to cast Burning Hands. Which should go right like that. So everybody in that cone needs to make a reflex save, a basic reflex save. Just all 3 of
Does
you, Jib,
he
Eshe.
have- Is this something he has to roll to see if he can find us?
No, not for concealment. That's just for attacks and stuff. This does not have the attack trait.
Alright.
He's just casting an AoE, so it is what it is.
I'm going to use the hero point on that.
Alright, I need one from Jib and the rat as well. I guess I have to roll the rat, huh? The rat rolls a 23. Jib, could you make me a reflex save? Mr. Jib. I'll pop open your sheet and roll that for you real quick. Reflex save.
What's up?
Reflex save, please. He cast Burning Hands. Alright. So, all of you failed, and it is good that Ashay, except for the giant rat. The giant rat passed, but Ashay, that would have been a crit fail if you hadn't used a hero point. So that was a great use of a hero point. The damage, you're gonna take full damage. The rat will take half. That's 8 points of fire damage. Jib, did you take damage from the last time the guy stabbed you after you were up?
I meant to. I should be at 7 HP. Let me fix that.
Okay, so I think you go down again then, because that was 13 and 8 total. Unfortunate. The rat will also take 8 damage, which unfortunately... Oh no, the rat passed, so he takes half.
4.
You're correct. The rat takes half. The rat is still standing because of that. Jib goes down again, so you should be at... Because this was 8 points of fire damage onto your 7. So this... that'll put you unconscious. And you will be at dying 2. Which it should... Where's dying? Dying 2. There we go. Unfortunate. That was Hargut's turn. Pretty high value turn for him. Ogden, you are... I don't remember what the state of Ogden was in. Did you get healed and then go back down again? I'm trying to remember. No, you got healed from the potion, right?
Yeah,
Still
so
on
I have
fire.
8 hit points from the potion. I'm still
Yes.
on fire. I am prone on the ground, so it
Yes.
makes sense for me to just try to roll, but that's 2 actions, right?
I think there's a... Oh, if you want to stop, drop, and roll, that would be, yeah, 2 actions to
Well,
roll.
I'm already dropped.
That's true. It is regardless 2 actions to attempt to recover from the flat check again
Okay.
before the damage hits, yeah.
And then, is there anything I can do with my last action?
Well, let's see. Roll me... We need to determine what skill you roll for the stop, drop, and roll first. Because it's a chance.
Athletics?
Sure. Athletics works. Absolutely. Okay, so roll the flat check again. Just roll a d20 to see if the fire goes out. I think that's how this works.
D20.
Okay. Okay, and it says to reduce the DC to 10. So actually, that is a success. You put the fire out.
Finally!
Yes, fucking finally. Here, I'll delete that from your sheet. Boom. No more persistent fire damage. Oh, there's so many stacks of it on you. Holy shit. There we go. You're no longer on fire.
Alright, and then I guess I stand up?
Sure, then you stand up. Cinder Rat's turn. Oh, Ayala, did we have Nocti roll flat check for fire damage at the end of your turn?
We didn't.
So Nocti's going to take 1d4 fire damage.
Ow.
That is 2, so I think Nocti goes unconscious.
Nocti goes down.
Okay, Nocti is unconscious. There we go. And then roll a d20 and just see if the fire goes out after. No, still on fire. Okay, so the rat is not going to continue chasing Nocti. She's down. The rat is going to turn to Ayala.
Woo!
Woo! You had to use a step, so then it will strike with 2 actions. Let me target you. That's what I should be doing. Oh, and you're no longer off guard. There we go. Miss. And a natural fucking 20. I am so sorry.
Can I use a hero point? No.
I don't think so. So that is 14 points of fire and 2d4 persistent fire damage. I'm going to apply that to you, so don't subtract it yet. Because of the persistent fire damage. There you go. You are now on
My health
fire.
back up. Woo! Can you reapply that? I think I undid the damage.
14 damage. You should go down to 7. Boom.
Okay.
If I reapplied
Ow.
it, it would apply more fire to you, which would have been very rude. So
Thank you for not.
there you go. That's its turn. Now it's your turn. You are on fire.
Cool. I don't like being on fire. It's 2 actions to put out the fire, right?
It's 2 actions to attempt to put out the fire,
Okay.
which still has a luck component. It would be a 50-50. And you'd have to roll a skill check to succeed first. It's a very bad deal, but it can get you out of the fire. So you basically have to
Let's
succeed
see.
2 dice rolls.
I'm gonna lightning dash. Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah. Just get him. Why not? You might kill the rat. You might seriously hurt the other guy.
Basic reflex save.
Thank you. Reflex save. Nat 20 for the Cinder Rat, so it's going to take no damage. That it just got 2 nat 20s in like 1 turn, basically. And then 27 for Omblin, so he's going to take half damage.
Alright. Which is 18 damage, so half is 9.
Alright. He takes 9 damage, and you end up, I guess, up there next to both of them. Does that make sense?
I end up over here, but then I'm gonna float anyway. So
Okay. That works.
I'm gonna float over here.
Oh, and I forgot at the start of your turn, Fortitude check versus the rat's sickening aura. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So you're going
I'm sick.
to have sickened 1, unfortunately.
I don't know if that matters at the moment.
Doesn't matter for that turn, but it might in the future. And now you're gonna take on
Yeah.
fire damage. You take maximum 8 fire damage from the 2d4.
Yep. I am down. Which is why I put myself in a
Unconscious.
very convenient spot to go down.
You are dying.
Wait, no, I still had an action.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yes, you may
Can
take
I-
your action, but then you will die. Blaze of
Okay,
glory.
I wanna. I'd like to throw
I mean-
a lightning bolt at the rat, I guess.
Okay, go for it.
So d20. Yeah. Okay.
That's-
Good
I mean-
start.
Yes. See if you can hit him.
And I'm not prone yet. 20 to hit
That is a hit.
for 2 electricity damage.
You're chipping away at it. It's hurting him. Let's just, yeah. All right, and then
Okay.
in a blaze of glory, you fall to the floor.
Woo.
Deshay, it is your turn. Everything is
Alright.
bad.
Everything is bad. Alright. So it looks like I had to carry all of the potions to carry one of them.
Yeah, that's just a quirk of Foundry. You can only technically hold one.
Okay.
I think there might be like magic items that let you do other shit, but yeah, for now,
Okay.
you don't have like quick draw potions or anything weird like that.
Jib's got dying 2 right now, correct?
I think
Yeah.
both Jib and Ogden do.
Okay. But Ogden's up.
Oh no, Ogden's wounded too, not dying too. Yes.
Alright. So I'm going to pull out a healing potion and feed it to to Jib.
Okay. Pretty big heals.
Jib, you get 18 points of healing.
Woohoo! Thank you.
There you go. So you
I
are
am-
wounded too.
going to use my third action to command my rat to use whatever attack the rat can on
On Omblin.
yeah.
Okay. The rat will attempt to strike Omblin with his jaw attack. 24 to hit, damn. For max damage of 7 damage. Holy. You can try again.
Rat power.
With just barely a hit at 18. This rat is killing it. Holy shit. 6 damage this time. Almost max. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a hilarious turn of events. Omblin is going to use his reaction to say, "Oh, fuck this shit," and run away. He is now fleeing combat after the rat absolutely decked him. That was the turn of the tide. You guys have somewhat of a chance. Jib, it's your turn. One of the people is running away in fear. Hargrit is still standing over you menacingly. You are prone on the ground. You are still on fire, but you are awake.
Is there any penalty to making attacks when you're prone?
I believe so. I think it's a -2. I can double check that. Yes, it is a -2 circumstance penalty while prone.
Okay, I'll use an action to not be prone.
All right. You rise to your feet.
I rise once again.
So good.
Grapple.
Hell yeah. No escape for the shitty wizard. Against his fortitude DC, that is a success.
Oh yeah, is he concealed?
He is concealed, thank you. Eshe's aura still hits him. Alright,
Okay.
he is grabbed. He takes a little bit of damage.
Flurry.
Alright. Yeah, I've got to roll those flat checks, but then flurries. Alright, success. But a miss.
Alright, one more. Damn.
Aw, damn. No damage once again. You take 1 fire damage. Let's see if you recover. You do not. Still on fire. Hargrit, the start of his turn, is going to unhand me and try to use his dagger to pry away your hand once again, just like striking at your hand, basically. So against your athletics DC, that's a 24. I believe that's higher than your athletics bonus.
That is a pass.
Okay, bonus
Or,
plus
well,
10.
hold on. Is the it's my athletics plus 10? Yeah, that's higher.
Okay,
I have
so
a-
he breaks
that would be
free.
a 23.
You wasted one of his actions and one of his attack penalties, breaking free. He gets out of it. And then he is going to... You know? I could do the very funny thing here. Do I do the funny thing or the smart thing? He is going to cast another 2-action heal on himself because he has that prepared. So he's going to heal himself for 27 hit points once again, almost back up to full. And then it is Ogden's turn. Ogden, you are alive. You are wounded. You are no longer on fire. What are you doing, my friend? There's a rat in front of you. You might need to
Yeah,
pick up your
so-
weapons, though.
Yeah, I'm standing up. I'm gonna pick up my stronger sword, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna stride up one. I know I need to roll the 20. Give me the 20. Give me the luck. Give me the luck. Give me the luck. Oh, give me the luck.
Nice. All right, you're good. You can attack him.
Yeah. I'm gonna target it, and then I'm gonna clickety clackety.
Oh, critical hit. That's gonna be a very dead rat. I tell you what. It only has 14 hit points left. Jesus.
32.
Wham! Disappears from existence. You cut it in half, and it just reduces to smoke.
And that
You ever just roll the same 2 hit and damage?
Based. And yes, I won both times, Sag.
Oh.
I think that's your turn, right?
Yeah. And I'm no longer burning.
Correct. Ayla, please roll me a d20 for Nocti to see if dying gets worse, and for yourself, I guess. 2 d20s. Was this for Nocti or for yourself? Which was the order?
You said Nocti and then myself in that order.
Okay, so Nocti goes to dying 2. There we go. Dying 2. You reduce your dying value by 1, and you're just unconscious and stable.
And then I take fire damage and get knocked
And then
out
you
again.
take fire damage, yes. So, you take fire damage, you go to... you were at wounded 1, so now you're going to dying 2. And now we see if you recover from the fire. You do not. Both you and Nocti are at dying 2. This is getting close.
Can I hero point the
The fly
fire
check?
recovery?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So roll a d20. You need a 15 or higher.
Nope.
Nope. So still on fire. Omblin is going to spend all 3 actions leaving combat to run the fuck away. Shay, it is your turn.
Alright. So. One action to have my rat go flank, like go inside the tent and flank the dude and then bite him.
Okay. The rat rolls to attack. It rolls a 26, which is a hit. It does damage. I think the rat has rolled, like, that was a natural 19. It wasn't quite a nat 20, but it was so close. It rolls 4 points of damage against him.
Alright. And then for my other 2 actions.
And, hold on, 1 second, sorry. He needs to make a fortitude save against the rat's filth. I forgot that for the other guy, but maybe that explains why he had to run away so bad. The dude does... he does save, so he does not get filth. Okay, back to your turn, sorry.
Alright, I'm using my last lesser healing potion on Ayala. 12 points of healing for Ayala.
Healing potions come in handy. So while Ayala applies all that, it is Jib's turn.
All right.
You are flanking with a rat friend.
True.
I have flanking?
There's a rat in the tent up here that is flanking with you.
Ah. Lovely. I will not grab him then.
Hell yeah.
And I will flurry.
He is concealed still. But yeah,
Okay.
you're allowed to strike. It would be nice if it applied that automatically. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Miss, unfortunately, even with the flanking.
I will attack again, and then you will confirm it. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
That is a hit. He rolls a nat 20 on his fortitude save. He's not affected.
Okay.
But he does take some damage.
I will just keep going at him with my last 2 actions.
You might as well. The attack penalty only scales so far.
Nice.
Because he's flanked, that is a hit.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah, and
Is
that
it-
is a success.
okay.
Lucky. Holy shit. 8 more damage.
All right, one more. Come on. Damn.
Aw, okay. You got some good hits in, though.
I got 3.
Then it's his turn. And you take 4 damage, and you're still on fire.
All right.
what the fuck's he gonna do on his turn? He is going to. Yeah, this seems kind of funny. He is going to use the command spell on you. You see, he says, "Get out of my face!" And you need to make a will save, Jib.
All right.
That is a normal failure. So he has told you to flee. So at the start of your next turn, you must spend one action to move away from him as much as possible. But since it wasn't a critical failure, you only have to spend one action on that. Then he's going to use his last action to He is going to strike at the rat behind him. Natural 20. Hey, I used it up on the rat at least. For 28 points of damage, as he absolutely nukes the shit out of that rat. And Jib is, fleeing is the condition. There we go. And now it is Ogden's turn.
Alright, cool. I'm going to use 2 actions to chug a healing potion and get 2 health. Cool.
Sag.
And then I'm going to pick up my other sword, which is right here next to me.
Alright. Ayla's turn. You are on the ground. You are dying too.
Yep.
This could be bad.
Wait, no, Ael's alive.
Oh wait, yeah, I have 12
No.
health.
Oh, you did. That's sorry. Yes, you got healed afterwards. I apologize. You stabilized,
Yeah.
then you went down again, then you got healed. I forgot the order. So you are
Yeah.
alive, but you still are on fire.
Perks to being last in the initiative order.
Yes.
I can't see.
Because you are still have the unconscious condition. There you go.
Uh,
It's because you still have the dying 2 condition, and you should be wounded 2. And there you go.
at the end of last turn, would Nocti also take fire?
Yes.
I thought you
Correct.
rolled an 18.
No, that's what I rolled. Nocti rolled like a 2 or something.
That was the
For the
recovery
saving
from... Yeah, that was the death saving throw, not the fire saving throw. We didn't roll Nocti's fire save. So just roll a d20 for Nocti.
D20.
Okay,
No.
so Nocti goes to dying 3 automatically from the damage.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
So
So you are awake,
I'm awake.
but you are prone and all that.
Do you have half movement speed when you're prone?
I think you can take a crawl action when you're prone. Yes, you can take the crawl action, which gets you 5 feet per action.
Oh, well, and standing up takes an entire move action.
Correct. Unless you have a feat that says otherwise, but yeah, it's a full action.
Well,
I have shifted my attention to Nocti as well.
okay.
Well, the problem is, unless... Oh, I'm sorry. Right now, at the start of your turn, Nocti should roll a death save thing, is what should happen.
Okay.
Sorry.
5.
Unfortunate. Nocti has reached dying 4. And I'm
What
sorry to
does that
say,
mean?
Nocti has
Yep.
gained the dead condition. Rest in peace, sweet Nocti. You will be missed.
Or Nocti. Well then, I'm gonna blast this dude with 2 actions of lightning anger.
Yeah.
I have to roll a
Makes sense.
d20.
Yep,
21 to hit.
that's a hit.
For 9 damage.
Almost max.
And I'm gonna float over to Nocti and be sad.
Aw,
And pass the turn.
unfortunate. Yeah, because that should happen at the start of the turn. I had to double check the rules on that, but unfortunately, that's how it works.
Oh, and then I take fire damage and
Yes. You
do
take 8 fire
things.
damage.
Ow.
And I will roll the recovery check for you. It does not get better.
Lovely.
Deshay, it's your turn.
Alright, so for the moment, all of us are conscious.
For the moment.
I'm going to spend an action to hold a minor healing potion.
Alright.
And then I'm going to cast Produce Flame at that guy.
Get him. It's past the concealed. Natural 20. Let's go. And then double it to 16, right?
Let's see. I think so, because I didn't have a critical to roll. Let me double check that.
This does say it takes double damage. So it's 6 damage and he gets a persistent d4.
Yeah, because it's heightened, he already gets
Yeah.
Wait, because it's heightened, he gets 2d4.
Yeah, that's what rolled. It rolled 2d4 plus 3.
No, he gets 2d4 persistent.
Oh, thank you. Yes, 2d4 persistent. Thank you. Leveled persistent fire damage I can apply to him. Boom. 2d4 persistent
So-
fire.
Yeah, he should take 16 points and then 2d4.
Yes. So you have lit him the fuck up. He is almost dead and on fire now. Just like almost everybody else is on fire. Like, ah! Curse you! Is that all of your turn, or do you have one more left?
That was my turn because I pulled something from my back. Or from my belt.
Gotcha. Okay. Jib, you're up. You're on fire, and you're standing, but you're not too close from dying. What are you doing?
Same thing as before.
Okay. And just so everyone's aware of how these rules work, if you are at wounded 2, if you go down to a crit, that is instant death. So just keep that in mind.
Ooh.
Alright, you are able to hit him. That is a hit, not a crit, but a hit. Blam!
And then he can roll his fortitude thing.
Yes, thank you. A 14, he gets stunned 1.
Nice.
Very nice. Oh, waste 1 action on... I'm terribly sorry. You have the fleeing condition. First action
I
of your
gotta
turn
run,
was to
yeah.
run away. You probably had to spend your section action to run back, I would assume.
Yeah,
So
let's just say
essentially-
I would run away and run back.
Okay, so you have 1 action, you can flurry, and that'll work, but yeah.
Okay, so I'll get one more attack.
Yes. And I'll remove the fleeing
Nice.
condition from you. That is a hit, yeah. Take him out, come on. Roll max damage. Get him. Get his ass.
Ooh, I did roll my action.
You did roll max damage. Jib, how do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this? I'll say, as he spun around and critical hit the rat, Jib just jumps on his back and just throttles him.
Excellent. And both of you
Just
are
while
on
beating
fire.
his head and just and with one arm around his neck and just beating him in the head with the other hand.
both of you on fire, the smoldering wreck. You probably light the tent on fire that you're in as well and just completely take him out. And he is now dead. We end the encounter. A bittersweet victory, not without cost. Everyone take...
Can you summon another cat companion?
Technically, I think.
Okay. We'll have to get you a new friend. Sorry, go ahead, Jordan.
Oh, no, it's all good. Just 150 XP for that victory. Because that was absolutely a boss fight. And you can see as you finish off Hargrit, the other lumberjacks who were fighting against the hellhounds and hell rats, as they called them, have just finally finished off the last hellhound with a thump of an axe into the ground. They're all burnt up, battered, and bruised. But it appears that everyone else has lived, and you've managed to save the day. That's where we'll wrap up this week's session, and we'll pick up right from there next time. Thank you all for playing.
Good game. Thank you.